Taxi vlog 244, and what an awkward day it is. I just spent the last 15 minutes looking for the rubber band that I used to suspend it. Well, there we go. Talk about awkward days. I just spent the last 15 minutes looking for the rubber band that I used to secure this camera to the rear view mirror, and guess where it was? It was right underneath the handbrake handle. So here I am looking on all the floor and everywhere, and in the cubby holes and in the bins and underneath the seats and everywhere else, and then I'm going in with my bright light here. I have this bright light, and I use that for spotting addresses that I can't see otherwise, because nobody lights up their addresses and nobody has adequate markings on their houses. So one day I was talking with Cindy on the phone, and she gave me, and I said, I can't find this address, and she said, oh, I'll get you a light. So she bought me a bright light. Hopefully that didn't blind the camera permanently. So I'm wearing a device which measures my blood pressure every so often. It's a unit that's belted around your waist, and it's underneath my shirt, and it's got like a hose going to this this thing on my arm which inflates, and it takes my blood pressure. My doctor took my blood pressure last time I went to visit, and she got all alarmed, like she always does. She panics and says, oh, your blood pressure is high. And I said, well, it never has been. I never had a problem with that. And she says, well, you know, maybe it's the anxiety of coming into the doctor's office that causes it to be high, but I want to make sure, so I'm going to put you on a 24-hour blood pressure monitor. So I'm wearing that thing right now. If you hear something that sounds like a fart, it's that thing blowing itself up or inflating itself to take my blood pressure. It's on my left arm. Okay, and when I got there, the lab technicians were giving me shit because I didn't have a proper requisition form from the doctor. And the doctor, basically what she did was she just gave me a form, and she circled, you know, ambulatory blood pressure monitor, and gave me that, and doesn't say anything on there about anything. It just that circled, and of course I scribbled the date of the appointment and all of that on the same sheet of paper, which was supposed to be a requisition. Okay, let me go now. Thank you. Okay, so that's what's up with that. How were things last week at work? Well, I came to work on Monday like I did today, and the Monday worked out really well. I just had a good Monday night, and for a change. And then Tuesday night was also a good night. Now, I was prepared for Wednesday and Thursday being really shit, but I had a good Wednesday, and then I had a good Thursday, and then Friday was not so bad. I finally had a good week for a change, where not one night was a total embarrassment and a total joke, which I'm very pleased about. I hope it keeps going that way, because that's what I need. Yeah, I'm a little frazzled now just because of that rubber band incident and wearing this piece of shit thing on this monitor thing. And was there anything about last week that was really memorable that I can think of? I know there was something. It's just on the tip of my mind, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something about somebody doing something really... No, I can't think of anything like that. All I can say is that I had a good week for a change. We should have more like that. So, what else is happening at home? The rabbits are learning a lot. They're smart little bastards, and they're they're getting around, hopping around on their own, and when it's time for them to go into their cage, they go on their own. You don't have to catch them. They just go back into their cage by themselves. And they can kind of sense, you know, when it's okay to play around and tease us by not going into their cage right away. But when it's really, you know, they can sense, I think, when we really mean business. And so then they don't play with us anymore. They just hop into their cage, and we shut the door, and then they're not all over the apartment chewing wires and things. Actually, they're not too bad for wires, but now they're getting in behind the couch and behind Cindy's computer desk, which has all kinds of wires hanging down from it and stuff. And it looked to me a couple times like they were gonna chew. But I think they're teasing me. They didn't really chew the wires because everything still works. But they did put the wire in their mouth. Little bastards, you know. These rabbits, they are smart. I didn't think they were that smart, but they are. Amazing. The size of their brain is about that size. So, yeah, I did talk about last week being pretty good. We did our laundry again. We did a month's worth of laundry on Saturday night, and last night, which was the Sunday, we were supposed to have guests over, but they oh, it's going. I have to leave my arm hanging down, and it's taking my blood pressure as I sit here and drive. This thing is uncomfortable. I'll be glad in the morning when I can take it off. Is it letting air out now? And if you're tense and nervous, and if you don't completely relax, then the thing will read an error, and then it will go again. I think it's got my blood pressure now. It's deflating. It's deflated. It's deflated. This is good. And it's not making that noise again, and it's not pumping itself up again, which is just good. So tonight I'm looking forward to looking at a few videos and reading from the book I'm reading. I've been reading this one for a while. I actually was starting it when I did that science fiction review on the other channel. It's Peter F. Hamilton, The Dreaming Void. Actually, it's pretty good. I got into it after about 100 pages. In that regard, it's like Frank Herbert's Dune, which I read when I was about 15 years old, which I didn't get into the first 100 pages or so, but after that it just flowed. Never mind what Frank Herbert did after that. He wrote some books that didn't really grab me. And what else? Life is going on. It's like almost spring, being the 25th of February, and it looks like we might get some rain tonight, although right here and now the skies are clear. There's like a front happening up ahead there, off to the west. Yeah. So I don't know what else to say except that, you know, the week was good for me last week, and the money was finally, you know, something I could do something with. I was able to top off the rent, so we're ready for the rent, and I was able to take Cindy out for dinner, and we were able to do our laundry, and now I just got to save up for groceries next weekend. So I got 5 nights to save up for groceries, and maybe hopefully pay for my chiropractor bill, because that's going to be coming in the next week or so. And I think I'm almost done with the program. I'm almost done with the BackFit program, in that I might not have to, after my next examination where they examine my back and give me x-rays and everything, I may be done with the spinal decompressions and the cervical decompressions, and maybe I'll only have to get adjusted maybe a couple times a year. You know, I I could really deal with that. And I don't mind still doing the exercises. I don't. The exercises actually feel good, and I feel a lot stronger than I used to. And my back feels good. I don't have any pain or problems with it, and that also is working out. So I'm going to head to the part of town where I should book on. I'm just not with it tonight. There. I have everything working and everything on, but I wasn't booked on. So I didn't get an early call from the part of town I usually work in. So I'm heading to where I like to work usually, and you know, it's funny, I finally remembered what it was that was so memorable about last week. On Friday night, I had dropped off downtown, and then I was leaving downtown. As I was leaving downtown, this group of teenagers waved at me, and so I stopped. And one of them asked me how much to rent you for an hour. So I'm assuming, okay, to rent me for an hour to go around town. I said, what would you think is fair? And the kid said, well, $60. I said, okay, $60 is fine. Now where is it that you want to go? They said, we want to go to Chemainus. I said, no, it doesn't work that way. $60 around town for an hour I would accept, but I can't take you to Chemainus for $60. Chemainus is about $130 maybe, I'm guessing. I can't do that. I'm losing money if I'm taking you up there and coming back empty. I said, I can go as far as $60 on the meter. And then the kid in the front says, well, we made a deal. We asked you how much, and you said $60, and that, in my mind, is $60 for an hour that we're in the car, and we want to go to Chemainus. And I said, well, you know what? I could stop the car right now and let you out so that you can take another taxi. What will it be? Well, we'll go until it's to $60. I said, yeah, $60 will get you to the top of the Malahat. And that's about all. So we get to the top of the Malahat, and it's clicking over $60. And then I said, okay, I'll take you to the A&W in Mill Bay for $60. I figured I'll give them a deal because they were having a rough time and they got stranded in Victoria and had no way of getting back home to Chemainus. So I said, look, I'll take you some of the way, but you know, you can maybe get your friends or your family to come and get you, but I can't take you all the way there for $60. No way. So after the summit of the Malahat, the guy opens the window, that window over there, and he pukes all the way down the side of the cab. And well, out there in the back, the whole back door sheet metal was all covered and puked in the window too. And so anyway, we finally got down to the A&W in Mill Bay, and it was like $80 on the meter, and they gave me the $60, but then somebody else found another $7, and somebody else found another $7, so I ended up getting, you know, $74 or $75. And then it cost me $1 to go through the wand car wash that they had there to get the puke washed off. So yeah, I ended up with, you know, $74, $75 from doing that one. You know, $5 off the $80 meter rate isn't really that bad, but you know, I was ready to kick him out when, you know, he was telling me how I was going to run my business. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't rent me for an hour and leave me far away from where I can get more business. No. Anyways, you know, these underage kids who drink, then they think they're you know, something special, and that I'm supposed to do them a favor just because of how special they are and who they are and stuff. Now, why didn't I remember that earlier? Probably because I was worried about that rubber band, and probably because I was worried about this this unit that inflates on my arm every half hour. It's a quiet night so far. I've had one fare. I've been out here an hour. The one fare was to take some guy to the laundromat for $5.50, and I got exactly $5.50. So maybe this will be a slow Monday night. I don't know. It could always pick up later. Oh, I got a call. I might as well do it. Hope yours is better than mine.